Good evening, good evening. And I'm just going to start the live on my Facebook page as well. So, hello, everybody. My name is Melanie Miller. I've been selling Tupperware now for 16 years, and I would not still be here if I was just selling Tupperware. So, what do I mean by that? I mean, I am here to help people save time, save money, eat more healthily, and be a solution to pollution. And it is only that which drives me to consistently every night come on at Live at 5 to show people how I can prepare things for them to eat, how I can help them save time, save money. And that is what keeps me going at Tupperware. So, what I'm doing now, I cook every day live at 5, but 2 times a week, I'm going to do what I call a Tupperware party. And at the party, I'm not only going to talk about the recipe that I'm going to make, but I'm going to talk a little bit in a little bit more detail about some of the systems and some of the specials. And today I actually have some of the specials to show you, and I think you'll be quite excited by some of the offers that are that are available. So I'd love to say hello to my friends on I think they're either on my personal profile or they are watching from my VIP group. So hello to Wendy and Susan, Ingrid, Michelle, Cindy. I really appreciate you being here. So at Tupperware, I told you we want to help you save time, save money, eat more healthily, and be a solution to pollution. And one of the ways we can do that is by helping you to preserve your food so it actually lasts long enough for you to use it to eat. Oh, there's a new idea. We actually want to buy food and eat it. You mean we don't want to buy food and put it straight in the garbage? Well, of course, you don't put it straight in the garbage. You wait for a few days, and then when it starts to wilt or it starts to grow things on it, you say, okay, I can't use this. I'll throw it away. And when does that happen the most often? That happens the most often when you've bought more of it than you're going to use in the immediate future. So that is where the Tupperware fridge mats, freezer mates, modular mates can really help you. They can help you because what they're going to do is they're going to keep your fruits and vegetables, for example, 3 to 4 times as long as normal. I'm just going to move you this way. So this is my fridge. And I haven't checked it, but this is basically what my fridge looks like most of the time. In fact, it hasn't got a lot of stuff in it at the moment. But yesterday, for example, I bought this. I bought 2 lots of strawberries. Now, I would never normally buy 2 lots of strawberries because, there's only my husband and I in the house. And buying 2 lots of strawberries means lots of strawberries to eat. Although I have to tell you, my dog Killian, of course, he loves strawberries too. But I was willing to buy these because I have my fridge mat. So I actually bought them, I prepared them, I washed them, and I put them in here. And I can promise you they've already gone down quite a lot as Alan uses strawberries every day. And I'm thinking maybe I'll even use some this evening for a dessert. But I was only willing to buy 2 because I knew they weren't going to go off in one day. They were going to last 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, probably. And when I actually unpacked the strawberries, I confess to being a little disappointed about the quality of them, which of course you can't see when you're unpacking them. But at least I know my strawberries are going to last as long as possible. And I was able to take advantage of the special because I have my fridge mats. Now, how do fridge mats work? They work because In the bottom of a Fridgemart, you can see there's like a little grid system, and the grill system is there so that when the moisture comes off your fruit and veg, which it does for every fruit and veg in your fridge, the moisture is going to drop to the bottom of the grid, and my fruit and veg are going to stay just above it. So that's one thing it does. The second thing it does is it allows air in and out of the container. So let me put my strawberries back. And let me now get some spinach out. And I've had this spinach now for probably, I would say, probably 6 days already. I can see there's like one leaf on the top of here, which I'm going to get rid of because I can see that it's starting to go. But otherwise, look how fresh this is. Now, how does it stay like this in a Fridgemart and yet it doesn't in your plastic container? Well, oh, and by the way, I do want to mention something. You see how my lid here has got lots of moisture on? Don't be tempted to wipe the moisture off, because what's happening, your fruit and veg in the fridge is going to give off moisture. And I told you the moisture will drop to the bottom, but it gives off moisture until it feels in equilibrium with the environment it's in. So if you keep wiping the water off, all you're doing is encouraging your fruit and veg to give off more water to reach that equilibrium and therefore dry out. So if you can bear it, try not to touch the lid and just let it be naturally in there. And then the other thing that happens is that things like broccoli, things like spinach, they need to breathe a little. And what Tupperware have done is they've put a grid on the, or not a grid, a guide on the front of your Fridgemart containers. And on one end you have fruit and you have vegetables, and on the other end you have fruit in this particular container. And when I look at the fruit and vegetables section, it says spinach. That needs to have the air hole fully open. So that on your lid here, you probably can't, but you can see like there's three little symbols. One is a closed symbol, a circle, one's a half, one's an open. And you put your slider to whatever recommendation you have on your guide. And things like broccoli and spinach, they don't need the air hole open to let the moisture in and out. They need it to let the gas in and out, because something like spinach and broccoli, they give off gas all the time. And if you don't let the air out, it goes stale. It becomes like toxic to the vegetable, and the vegetable will turn yellow. So that's what's happening to your broccoli. Okay, so the fridge is one area where you can really save time and money. Another area is your freezer. Okay, so in my freezer here, I've got out two things. One is frozen cherries. You hear that sound? I just got them straight out of the freezer. They're not all stuck together, and I won't have to whack a bag on the bench to get them out. And then I have a pack of ground beef. Now, I only put the ground beef in there yesterday, so I'm not sure. Oh, yes. Look at this, guys. There is the freezer burn, and there is my ground beef. Can you see the difference? There's no freezer burn on my meat. It's on the lid. That is, I always pray that it's going to look like that. Sometimes if I fill them too full, there's some of the frozen is on the meat. But that, if you fill your freezer mate to the line, the level of the line, what will happen is any freezer burn you have will go on the lid, not on your food. What does that mean? That means your food will never taste of the freezer. So, hello, Cindy. Good to see you. I see somebody who says, hi, Melanie, after Sherry Lynn, but I don't see your name. You've just come up as a Facebook user. So you need to click the link on the Be Live so I can see you. Wendy, she says, I bought strawberries last Sunday and because they are in my fridge month. Yeah, absolutely, Wendy. And doesn't it make you feel good that you buy things and yeah, you get to eat them? So that is the freezer mate. Why would you want freezer mates? Because now you can take advantage of any specials and buy more than you would normally because you know that the stuff is going to last in your freezer mate. Actually, just before I put them away, I just want to point out, can you see the base, how it's curved? It's curved so that it allows for even freezing in your freezer and when it's defrosting, so that instead of having just the top that's getting frozen, the air is able to circulate around it even when it's stacked in a pile. Now, I used to have a big freezer downstairs, which I used to keep a lot of food in advance. I don't have that now. I just use my little freezer upstairs. But one thing I do is use my vent and serves, which are, I guess we call them the meals in advance range. They go from the freezer to the microwave. And today I got one of those out. And once again, you can see that because there's a gap on the top, like there's lots of moisture on here now because actually I got this out a bit earlier. And this is some tomato sauce, which I made a while ago. I'm going to now put it straight into the freezer, into the microwave with the lid on. Open up my vent, put it in for 2 minutes. Now I noticed when I took this out today, this is my last tomato sauce. So I'm going to have to make some more. So that'll be one of my jobs on Live at 5 next week, or maybe over the weekend. But having sauces pre-made in your freezer, I only use the little tiny vent and serves because there's only Alan and me. We don't need a lot of sauce. But if you use the, if you have a family of 4, then using the medium shallow vent and serve is perfect for making sauces for butter chicken, for peanut chicken, for marinara sauce like this one. Any sauces that you want to use, making them in advance, storing them in your vent and serves is perfect. So you don't actually have to go through the process of making your sauce every time you want to use one. So I'm actually just going to put this in my microwave now because I want to defrost it. So I always use my vent and serves at 80% or less power, never at 100%, because I want there to be even cooking and for my items not to dry out or have hot spots. So that is what I do with them. So that's my vent and serve. So those, oh, I forgot one of the most important, and I have them sitting at the side here. I am just going to put a picture up for the people who can see the pictures. Because I do have an amazing pantry, which I can't show you because I can't move my phone and the camera. It would just take me so long to reset everything up. But for those of you watching on my VIP group or on my personal profile, you'll see that I have a pantry that is full of modular mates. In fact, I counted them one day and I know I have around 100. And what are modular mates? Modular mates are the things that are going to keep your flour, maybe, I already pre-weighed this out, your sugar, and other things in your pantry, so that when you want to use them, they're as good as they were when you put them in there. So your brown sugar is still going to be soft. Your marshmallows are still going to be soft. But if you'd emptied in a pack of crackers, they're still going to be crisp. So that is the modular mates, and they come in all different shapes and sizes. It's like playing Tetris for adults. And I just left some of those out for you today to be able to see. So Modular Mates was the first system at Tupperware that I ever bought. I just realized I've still got you at a bit of an angle. So I'm put you back now. Okay, so I can take those out of my screen. And now what we're going to do is we're going to use our Tupper Supersonic Chopper to make pizza dough. Now, I'm not going to make the whole pizza tonight. I mean, I will after you've gone, but I'm not going to make all of it, but I'm going to make the dough for you tonight, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to cook it in. And I think you'll be amazed with that too. So in the Supersonic Chopper, this is an amazing chopper. It is designed to chop things, right? So onions, any vegetables, carrots, potatoes, you can make hash browns. It's designed to not to prevent you, but to allow you to cook easily. So you don't need to buy pre-made meals, because cooking with this is a real pleasure. And then and you're going to get your kids involved, because any kids and even husbands, they love gadgets. So this is the sort of thing that's going to get them involved with that. So you have your 3 blades. The blades are in different levels, so that when your blade is down at the, your stuff is down at the bottom, it's going to get scooped up. Not only that, the actual vessel is designed, I don't know if you can see clearly, but here is one of them. There are like 4 baffles inside. And so what do I mean is they're like indentations which go into your vessel. So as you're chopping stuff, what happens is the stuff get thrown to the outside of your container, but before it can stick to it, it hits a baffle which chucks it back into the middle. What does that mean? That means you're in a constant state of throwing your things, re-throwing them into the middle. Of course, there's a limit to what it can do, and maybe something's going to hit right here where there is no baffle. So never ever think that you're cheating if you open up your chopper and just give it a little bit of a hand to make sure things are if they're stuck on the edge, that you get them back to the middle. But it really is quite amazing. Now, that's one of its attributes, is being able to chop things. So making stews, making soup, all of those sort of things become so easy. The other thing that I love it for, because I love baking, so I use it probably at least once or twice a week making crumble. Because when you make a delicious crumble and you put it on top of your frozen fruit that you have in portion size in your freezer, and you cook it in your breakfast maker for just 6 minutes, you have an amazing dessert, and your husbands or partners will be extremely happy with you that you made a dessert for them. So that's it. The other, I think 2 days ago, I made banana bread in here. And, that got eaten pretty fast, let me tell you. I also use it to make salads. So if I wanted to chop up a broccoli salad, brilliant. But what about if I had a piece of cooked chicken? I put a piece of cooked chicken into my piece of chicken raw into my breakfast maker. 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes at 80% power, seasoned with some Montreal chicken spices. You can slice up the chicken at the end if you want, or you throw it in here, a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of green onion, chop it up, and you have a delicious and warm sometimes chicken salad to serve on French bread or something. So no need to go to the store to be buying dips or pestos. All of that you can make in here. And the reason I decided tonight to make pizza dough is because if you haven't seen it before, you're going to be super amazed because it works like a dream. And it's one of my favorite recipes to do for people. So one of the things that I'm going to do straight away is just put my kettle on. Because I do need 2/3 of a cup of hot water. So, oops, I don't know why. I'm going to just, okay, it's lost me. Hang on. Let me come back. Here I am. I'm back. Sorry, guys. I pressed the wrong button for those who are watching on my VIP group. So I'm back now. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our pizza dough in here. The first ingredient we need is 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Okay. And I have a little bit extra of all-purpose flour, which usually I have to add in the end. I'm also going to put in 1/2 teaspoon or a bit less than 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I keep my salt in one of my herb and spice keepers. And 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. And my sugar is kept in a Modular-Mate number 4 oval. This exactly fits the 2 kilo, I think it's the 2 kilo bag, or I can't remember now, but it's the one that's like squat and packed, it fits in perfectly. And I leave my sugar in here because sugar flows really easily. So as I'm pouring it, I can pour it into a cup if I have to. My brown sugar I would keep in a square because it doesn't flow at all, and I need to be able to get my cup in. Okay, that's that's that. The magic ingredient actually is the pizza yeast, which I have just over here. Now you can buy, in fact, in COVID, I did buy a big container of yeast because it was the only thing I can get, and you can use that as you will. But I have actually fallen in love with these little pizza sachets, which is Fleischmann's yeast. I only ever buy these when they're on special, and when they're on special, I buy a lot of them. So this is the exact size that I need for making my pizzas. So I'm going to pour that into there. I also need 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So let's put 3 tablespoons. So that's 1. And I'm using, of course, my Tupperware tablespoons. The tablespoons with the cups in the catalog are available for $37. But when you get them as part of either the deluxe kit or the basic kit, when you join Tupperware, the spoons and the cups, when combined together, they cost you $12, right? So that's pretty neat, isn't it? Okay, so that's it. Now, I've got my 2/3 of a cup, which I need now to put in my hot water. Okay, now whenever I do this, I do have people that say to me, but Melanie, you shouldn't use hot water with yeast. That may be true, but this recipe works for me with hot water. When I use warm water, the dough doesn't form properly. So I use hot water. I've been using hot water now for probably 5 years. And every time I make perfect pizza dough. So I don't know whether I'm ruining the yeast, but it seems to work. So that's what's going to work for me. So here I have 2/3 of a cup of hot water. So I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to put this is the lid for your supersonic chopper extra. Plus there is also a little chopper. The little one, it fits the same lid. The little one is part of our basic kit, and the big one is part of our deluxe kit. Okay, so I know the people on haven't quite got a good picture of the supersonic, but I'm going to show you when it's done. So I'm going to pull this, and then when the dough starts to form, I'll stop and show you. Okay, so I'm not sure why it put my freezer mates in there. So I did 5 pulls, guys, 5. Look at what is happening in here already. My dough is already starting to form. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in a little bit of extra, just because I know I need to add in a bit of extra. Otherwise, what happens is your dough is a little bit too sticky. So let's see how we go with this. Okay, look at that. And now what I'm going to do is take out my blade, and I can tell when the dough is done because it pretty much just falls off my blade. Now, if you've never seen this before, I want to know what you think. If you've seen it or done it before yourself, let me know how you feel every time you make pizza dough. Because this must be like, I don't know, the 300th time I've done it. Every time I'm super excited about my pizza dough. So I'm just going to make sure that I get all of the bits out of my supersonic chopper. And there you have it, guys. A pizza dough which is ready to use. You're always impressed when you do your pizza dough, Wendy? Yes. If you've never seen this before, or if you've never tried it yourself, let me know in the comments, because honestly, guys, you need to do it. It's so good. And in the winter, it's even better because it's hot. So you get a nice warming up of your hands. So there's my dough. And what I do is I split it into 2. So I'm going to put one back in there, and I'm going to get my MicroPro grill. Okay, so you've seen now a recipe. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the items that were on special at the moment. And the first one of those is our Tupperware MicroPro grill. Now the MicroPro grill works by grilling. No microwaves are going in here. Can you see? It's made of metal. What happens is the microwaves are attracted to the top plate and the bottom plate. They heat up from 0 to 400 degrees in 2 minutes. What is the effect of that? It means that now your plates are so hot, they're going to grill things. So you have 2 positions. You have a casserole position where the lid sits on the edge, or you have a grill position where your top will touch whatever's in there. So doing chicken, doing steak, sausages is my favorite, bacon, all those things, fantastic in the grill position. And when it's cooking, around the edge, you can see there's a little trough. So when you're doing sausages or bacon, all of the fat goes into the edge and not your sausages and bacon are not sitting in it. Although I have to tell you, sometimes there's so much fat in sausages, it's still over the plate as well. Today, though, I'm going to be using it in the casserole position. And I'm going to take my dough here. Now, the one thing about the plates is that it's only the plates that get hot. So there's no heating going on in the trough around the edge, which means that when I make something like pizza and pizza dough, that I'm going to encourage the dough onto the edge of the plate, but I'm not going to take it right to the edge of the container. I'll show you what I mean. So that is how I did it. So easy to spread out. Now all I have to do is, I think this is probably defrosted. This is my tomato sauce. And using my Tupperware spreader knife, what I will, actually it's still a little bit solid in the middle, not too bad. I just don't want to use the liquid around the outside because it's pretty good. So I just mix it all up, get rid of the ice, and then I'm just going to spread my sauce out onto my pizza dough like this. You can put as much or as little sauce as you want on it. And the sauce, my kids now, oh, I've lost you again. Oh, not again. This is my again. Here we go, showing stream. What? Okay. Hang on. Hide. I want to hide this. There we go. Okay. So my kids now are at the stage where they actually really enjoy these. They can make their own when they come to stay. This sauce tastes so fresh. And then what they would do is add on the items that they want to have in the pizza. We just put grated cheese on the top, and then I cook the whole thing for 12 to 13 minutes. And what you'll find is that the base gets nicely browned, your cheese melts magnificently, and yeah, maybe your cheese is going to melt and come off around the edges, but who doesn't like the taste of melted cheese? So this is one of the items that is on special at the moment. It was until last month $399, this product. It is now $285, and you don't just get the MicroPro grill. For your $285, you are also going to get the Tupperware tongs. Now, have I got them handy, or are they? Oh yes, I've got one part of it. I think the other part is in my dishwasher. Let me have a look. Yes. So the Tupperware tongs are great. They clip together, then you can use them. You get 2 pairs of those with your MicroPro grill. And the other thing that you get is the Pro Ring, which sits inside your MicroPro grill and allows you to do liquid things. It's not going to be completely liquid tight, but it keeps, like if you make a frittata or a cake, it's going to keep it inside the Pro Ring as much as possible, so you have a beautiful round shape when it's finished. So this is one of my favorite products. As a Tupperware member, this product is not going to cost $285. It's going to cost $213.75. And if you add $59 to that, which is the price of our Tupperware basic kit. This is the basic kit that you can have for joining Tupperware, 206 value for 59. If you buy that basic kit and then buy your MicroPro grill, you will pay less than buying the MicroPro grill by itself with the other specials at the moment. So for me, that's like a no-brainer. Join Tupperware, get your MicroPro grill, and now not only have you got your basic kit and a membership for a whole year where you buy everything at 25% off, but you also have access now to your first order reward, which is a set of 3 magnificent different size red That's a Bowls, because your MicroPro grill is more than $129. And guess what? You get $285 as your credit in your account. You only need $15 more, and you qualify for the first level of the consultant free credit reward. So there's so much going on for you. Okay, so that is the MicroPro grill. What else is available on special? Well, what do you think about these? This is Tupperware call this their starter storage system. For me, this is not a storage system. This is a lunch system. Can you imagine how great your lunches will be? Like, you can take with you a nice salad in the bottom one. Maybe in the middle one, you'll have a bagel or a sandwich or some carbohydrate. Anyway, in the medium one, you could put in there maybe some cheese, maybe some cut vegetables, cut fruit. In this little flat one, maybe the thing to put in there is a treat. Like, remember I made those Tup Chow Choc snacks? Well, today when I went to the gym, I had this container filled half with my Tup Chow Choc snacks and half with my mixed nuts. And as soon as I'd finished, I got in the car to come home. I had my snack to eat. I was hungry, and it was a treat, and it wasn't huge. It was like a perfect size. So this would be for your treat. And then in here, you could put a whole orange in here, a whole apple, so that it doesn't get damaged. What I would do actually is probably slice my apple and put it in here, or cut my orange. So you have an amazing lunch system. And, you know, in the set, you get 4 of these, 4 complete sets. So that means you end up with 20 containers. So if you're a family and you're making lunches for the next day, you can have your 4 salads ready to go in the morning. You can have your 4 sandwiches, if you use the middle one for sandwiches, already packed in the fridge or on the counter to go in the morning, like, up to you. So for me, this is a fabulous product. You can get these 4 sets for it's 50% off, and it is going to cost you $75, which for a member comes down to about $56.25, I think, if my memory serves me correctly. And because you've ordered this and you've paid $75, it doesn't stop there. I didn't get a chance to unpack these, but as well as getting that snack system, or Tupperware call it storage system, but I'm going to call it a lunch system, as well as getting that snack system, you also qualify, because you spent $75, even if you spend $56.25 as a consultant, what we call the qualifying volume is $75. You're also going to get a set of these, 4 of these, plus a set of 6 of the Tupper Minis, and that set, instead of costing you $37 as it usually does, is now going to cost you only $15. So your total amount spent is going to be $90, or as a Tupperware consultant, it's going to be about $72, I think. So imagine that now you have a super duper anything you need for lunch set. That's what I'm going to call this, anything you need for lunch set. So that's a couple of the specials. Other things that are on special, have you seen our cold brew? The cold brew normally retails for $62. It's on special for $37. And when you combine your cold brew, $37, plus the $15, that gives us $47, $52, and you get your 75 for your system. You only need a little bit of something else to qualify for 4 tumblers for free, 4 Clearly Elegant tumblers for free. So that is an amazing. Other things to tell you, the Season Serve is on special at you get 2 Season Serves for $50, which is a really nice price. They're usually 2 would cost you $72. You also get the mandolin at 40% off, now $62 instead of $105. And you can also get a gift with purchase. So when you buy the all-in-one mate, you also get the all-in-one shaker for free. So lots and lots of things. So if you have any interest in any of these items, or you would like me to do one of these presentations on your personal page, or your to a group of friends, we can even do it by Zoom, please let me know, because that is what it's all about at Tupperware, is doing the party, showing people what we have, not telling people, and encouraging everybody to join Tupperware, whether you decide to join with the basic kit for $59, giving you 25% off everything for a year, at least 4 months of samples, but better yet, an opportunity to get a career at Tupperware like me, and be earning be earning more than $100,000 in a year. If that's something that lights you up, then talk to me some more. You could also join with the deluxe kit, and I don't have the deluxe kit out at the moment, but for my friends on the VIP group, I can show them the deluxe kit. It has it has everything that's in the basic kit except the little chopper. This is substituted instead, the big chopper. And everything else you get of a fridge smart, a modular mate, a vent and serve, you get a freezer mate. So you get one of each of the 4 systems so that you can start trying out Tupperware. And you also get the to-go things like an eco mug, the freezable water bottle, a crystal wave. So it really is an amazing gift. And on top of all that, they give you a Tupperware breakfast maker, which, if you have any doubts about cooking with the microwave, the breakfast maker will cure you, because in anything from 3 to 6 minutes, you can make something that is really delicious. So if you have any requests for things that you would like me to make in one of these parties, please send me a message, or make a comment below. And in the meantime, I'm going to do one of these probably twice a week, and each time I will make something different. But really, I'm here to explain how Tupperware can make a difference to you by showing you how to save time, save money, eat more healthily, and be a solution to pollution. And I will be putting my pizza dough into, I will be finishing off that pizza dough, making another one, and Alan and I will have a delicious supper tonight. Now, those of you that like some fun, tonight on my VIP group, and the link is in the comments, I'm going to be doing a live auction. And the live auction means that I put something up. All of that, I'm going to have 10 pieces, which start at $7. I chose $7 because it fits with the 77 theme of this month for our birthday month. And what happens is for 2 minutes, people can bid live on that item. And whatever the final bid is, as long as we've met the minimum, that item will be sold. And that's always a lot of fun. So all you have to do to be part of that is just click on the link above. That's at 8 o'clock tonight in my VIP group. So thank you everybody for being here, for hanging out with me this afternoon. I am looking forward to spending some time with some of you this evening. So have a great evening, everyone. If I don't see you tonight, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for Live at 5. Good night, everybody.